Ladies and gentlemen, to the Predator Alliance League 2020 Summer. We are Shoutcaster still. I'm Hyron. With me is Berserk, and we're getting into our third game. Well, technically second game for today is going to be the Warriors from the University of San Carlos versus the University of Santo Tomas Teletigers Esports Club. So it's going to be 0-2, I believe, for the Warriors, and 1-0 from the Teletigers from a default game from the first week. So it's going to be quite an exciting game that we're going to have for today.
Yeah, exciting indeed. And USC, uh, whenever I see them, I just think of Power Rangers because
Like,
the players on their team
power
are like,
and
yeah,
whatnot. So yeah, and I really hope that they'll be able to get a good showing against the Teletigers here. Of course, a lot of expectations on Teletigers to really perform well, just from the history of the organization. Even if the roster isn't what it looked like when they were, people would say, at their strongest, it's still a very, very strong team just from the infrastructure that they have, the coaching that they're able to get as well. So let's see. It's gonna be Morgana banned away here against Cresho, I think, and Teletigers is gonna be batting away for Volibear.
yep. Third band, Galio. Not surprising. Teletigers have that Galio flex for mid support. Volibear, popular flex pick also. Getting banned out. Teletigers being on the red side for this game means that they have the chance to have a counter pick scenario against any of the laners for USC, and that's very powerful, relatively speaking, because again UST is this team to beat. I would say for the team lineup right now for Alliance,
It's also
even
harder
though.
to place their potential pickups here, coming to
Mhm,
the third week of Alliance League. Since their first game, they didn't actually play. So like
mhm.
intel that you get from seeing someone's first game in the league is also like not there. This is technically their debut game uh, for Alliance League Summer 2020. So this is where we see what champion pools they're bringing to the table here. But Lucian is going to be banned out, not surprising. It is something commonly picked up here by the Teletigers 80 carry.
Yeah, and Illusion also got buffed recently. Two extra bullets for his ultimate, and more buffs to his piercing light Q.
Mhm.
And you know something interesting though, they did not. USC did not ban out the Senna of
Yeah, that's
Cresho.
really, really powerful. He plays it a lot. He's absolutely terrifying with it. They're just letting it go to Cresho here. Of course,
And the
Warriors
Karma.
on blue side, they have the first pick advantage. It's just a matter
Hecarim.
of what they're gonna use it for. Going for the Hecarim. Okay. Okay. I don't quite agree with this because I there's a lot more stuff that you want to pick first other than Hecarim. I don't think anyone's gonna be thinking to ban or pick away the Hecarim. So them prioritizing it here is very, very strange. But Teletigers, they have the next two picks.
And USC here securing Hecarim first pick
Mhm.
gives me the impression that it's like an all or nothing pick.
Yeah,
Actually, um,
really.
I mean, Hecarim did get buffed 10.16.
Yeah,
More movement speed to his E, so that means more damage. But like you said, it's not really a prio pick right now. So UST decide to actually answer with an Ash, something that can be expected. The TF though,
yeah.
Blade pick.
Can you
This is
imagine?
same energy as Hecarim pick. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
something like
But
like.
this does tell us about what they're trying to do here. Just with the TF, just with the Ash, they already have a lot of presence around the map. Just being able to influence around there. With the Destiny, with the Crystal Arrow, there's a lot of plays that they can do around the map that perhaps relevance is on that on the jungler role is able to capitalize on. But Warriors bring up the Thresh here. It's
Uh,
something that the USC support Pink did pick up in one of their previous games, their last previous game immediately, actually. So this isn't too surprising, and the Talia could be very interesting if they do lock it in.
Very interesting. Thing is, UST equipping themselves with tools for proactivity for their first two picks. is already really good for them. It showcases the sort of strength that they see in themselves and the sort of comp that they want to run. So that's really good. The Thresh pick, Pink did have a really good showing on Thresh against the LSU last week. He was able to get really good hooks. The hooks did land on important persons on the side of the LSU, so not surprising. They pulled him out again. Talia, not a lot of Talia uh, across the professional regions right now.
Yeah,
So
I don't see a
seeing that,
lot. So this is telling us a lot about one, like the comfort for Warriors, and two, their champion pools, which is like both good and bad. It's good that they're confident in bringing out these slightly unconventional picks against a team like Teletigers, but it also worries me about what their overall pools will be. Shen ran away, so of course that's something you have to be scared of. If they have the TF, if they have the Ash, more global presence is not something you want to deal with, and they are going to be banning away the Pantheon and the Sivir instead of Teletigers.
UST actually a while back was hovering the Nocturne pick for even more global presence, but I think that would have been a bit overkill. So they decide to secure the Nunu, and what that tells me is they are planning to push the tempo, get the objectives early as well. Because I mean, Nunu, we all know how Nunu can be in the jungle. So bans round out with a Set and Sivir.
And I do
For
understand shying away from the Nocturne, even if it is more of a ban on mid Nocturne in like pub games. It is still a huge hit in the sustain and the overall
Whoa.
damage of a Nocturne jungle.
Whoa, wait, Hyron, do you see this right now?
Mhm.
Varus,
It is very confident coming in
Ash.
from Tigers, but it has the Ash too. So, this could this be one of those very weird? I was also defaulting, so maybe it's like some kind of weird mid Varus, but the TF is there. So,
I
but it's
feel like,
TF.
I
So,
mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, I am very surprised, but knowing Crescio,
but not that
he's kind,
not that surprised because
yeah,
Ash could be something.
he's known to pull out really unconventional picks on the support role. So, might be a support Ash or support Varus, but we'll
Yeah,
have to see.
I'm actually thinking if it is a support Ash, and that's well, early game could be rough depending on Warriors' own bot lane, but wait a sec, wait a sec, hold on. Okay. So on Warriors' side, they've locked in last Malphite, which is something that they did. Okay, no,
I'm so confused.
yeah,
So for USC,
I can.
they have they have a Hecarim in the
Mhm.
Nocturne
The
and the
Nocturne
Thalia.
could potentially be played mid, despite the nerfs to the passive. The
I can see
Malphite,
him being played mid because I
mhm,
mean you can just spell shield away the
yeah,
TF harass. Oh,
as well as the gold card, but and then, so it's gonna be Thresh and Talia. That's also weird. So
this
okay,
is very interesting. Well, we have seen Talia bot lane historically speaking,
yeah,
but it's usually paired with something more easy to pair with, like a Pantheon. So Pantheon jumps onto someone and
but
then
it did get
maybe a
banned away
follow.
by Teletigers here. So
Yeah.
okay. This is starting to make more and less sense at the same time. Because if they put this Hecarim on the mid lane, it's very vulnerable against Vegas here on that TF. Like this is an easy gold card. Hecarim isn't that bulky in the early game as well, but this bot lane I guess works a little bit better. Talia, Thresh. There's a lot of displacement to be had in this bot lane.
Yeah, so it kind of reminds me of their their team name and their IGNs too. It's like a rainbow of sorts,
Yeah.
so playing to that theme. Whereas for UST, nothing really close to standard as well. Support Ash, but they do have a lot of CC to set up
Yeah.
really good Akali plays.
Well, I guess the
So
game plan is clear for both of these teams. Like USC has Malphite into Nocturne into Hecarim, and Teletigers just has that map presence as well as the initiation that they can bring out. But of course, while we're trying to parse this, let's see. Maybe our god Shamey can bring us some clarity to this conundrum. Let's get that hedgehog prediction coming through. Maybe the deity Shamey the hedgehog could clear this up for us.
We need that big brain prediction for this game.
Go
I
ahead, Shamey.
I really don't know. Shamey looks like she just woke up from her sleep or something. Oh, she looks like she's getting stuck there a bit. But
Oh,
okay,
go straight to
so
Teletigers.
right, looks like she didn't really have too hard of a decision there.
You go straight. Snap pick, Teletigers. The
Yeah.
confidence coming in from Shamey, and the red to remind us not to doubt her powers ever again. But that's what we think. That's what Shamey thinks. We're gonna have to see how this all plays out. And you guys, let's hear your input in the chat, in the Twitch chat. Make some noise for the hashtag Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts. It's either hashtag USC win for the Warriors or hashtag TGR win for the Teletigers from UST. And of course, pair that with the official hashtag Globe Prepaid Virtual Hangouts. You get a chance to win 200 Philippine pesos worth of Garena shells if you make the right prediction. So I'm really excited to see how both of these comps play out because they are strange, but seeing it as a whole, it does paint a picture of what game plan, of a very clear game plan for both of these teams.
Yeah. Well, burden of execution, I would say much easier for the side of UST, and they have that PF pick a card, stun, yellow card, Ash ult, Varus ult. So many tools actually that they can use to start a fight. And you pair that with their veteranship in League of Legends. Uh, I think it's USC rather. It's gonna be really hard for them to play it safe and
Yeah.
to give try and not give UST a lot of opportunities to pull the trigger.
This
And
comp, yeah, like this
and
comp.
then,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
okay, so on the other hand, USC they have their own proactivity as well.
Definitely.
But the thing is, you kind of have to pair it with a bit of a lead
Mm-hmm.
compared to UST's comp. Like Hecarim can go in, but without any damage, won't do much. Malphite can go in, but without any follow-up damage from his team, can really do much. So I'm really curious to see. Like, you don't just pull out a mid Hecarim out of nowhere. I'm sure. So
Yeah,
I really want to see how the lane plays out, especially for mid.
yeah, that's really interesting because I'm always pegging Hecarim to always have trouble if he ever goes lane, right? He gets harassed out. He doesn't have a lot of ways to fight back early. If he tries fighting with his rampage, he runs out of mana and he just gets pushed out of lane. But maybe he's onto something that we don't know, or maybe he's crazy. Either of these two could potentially be true, but uh, there is that gameplay. If they get ahead, this is going to be tough to crack since they have the tools to go in, stick to their targets, and just go straight for the backline even. And that's something that Teletigers has to be wary of. But I'm sure once Cresho perhaps starts maybe they dominate bot lane, maybe he starts roaming. Though the Ash might not even need to roam. Just pull out a very good arrow across the map. That could open up the game here for Teletigers potentially if they able to resist the initial assault from the Warriors.
Yeah. There are pros and cons for both team comps. In terms of how well the picks mesh with each other, I have to give it to the side of UST. But it's not to discount USC. I mean, they are 0-2 right now. For sure they are feeling the pressure to start racking up some wins for themselves. Um, Not sure if this isn't their last game, right? They still have one more game. So if they are able to secure this win against UST, not only will they make a really big statement, but it sets them up with carrying a lot of momentum coming into their
Yeah.
possibly last
I
game.
think they still have a game against Holy Angel University, and that is coming on August 15 next week. So yeah, if they win this, that's going to be phenomenal. against the Teletigers. But I think we have loaded onto the Rift here for our second game for the stream today. It's going to be the Warriors from University of San Carlos versus the Teletigers Esports Club coming in from the University of Santo Tomas and TGR. They're visible. They went through a ward, but they're still pushing through with this. USC has to see this
Ooh.
coming, but maybe they see them. They got found out here, but it seems like USC is just going to back out of this. They don't see anything good coming out of pushing that. But they do get intel.
Right. Yeah, so level 1 for sure. UST much stronger than them with that gold card from TF especially. So nothing too much coming out from that. But yeah, I mean both junglers actually opt to start on the bottom side of the map. So converging onto the top side isn't out of the question a bit later on. So okay, nothing too big pre-laning phase as we enter the first stage of the game.
Their comps are already pretty unconventional. So if they go like for a crazy level 1 play, then that's pushing the envelope there. That's not just pushing the envelope, that's shredding the envelope at that point. But USC, USD, not looking to go anything crazy just yet. I'm expecting USC, when they reach level 6, that's when they want to strike back against USD here. But
Ooh,
look at that.
Cresho. Like you would expect that level of harass coming out from a Karma or a Senna, right? But not an Ash. So just demonstrating how good of spacing he has. So as we see pause coming in right now.
Combined with the Varus, that's pretty potent. Lots of slows from both of them. Means that there's more hits coming through from both Cresho and Tenebria. And finish it off with consuming those stacks from the Varus. Gives you pretty potent trading potential. And this Talia, going to try and fight back here. Ignite going down onto Cresho, but Pink dangerously low here. Just one more auto. Does get the flash. Burns both summoners on Pink here. And that's UST with a healthy lead in his bot lane so far.
Yeah, and that flash being blown on Pink right now, that's two summer spells out from their playmaker on Thresh actually. So basically all of the pressure removed from the bot lane of USC as they still continue to get down.
Yeah, really like that sickle on the Cresho. Gives him a little bit of damage. I really like the addition of these items. It's been a while. It's been a long while since they've been added, but I really like how it makes these picks viable still. So we're gonna have to see. Look at that poke coming in from Cresho and Tenebria.
Yeah, so Yellow as his sword to come out, cut out for him. CSing under tower.
Oh, very, very close there. Turret did not go for it, but the flash to the side from Cresho to make sure that that volley hits and finds its mark. Means first blood is going to UST.
Yeah, Pink, presumably landing his hook right there, was able to blow the flash of Tenebria, but just the sheer damage from the bot lane duo of UST coming through for them in the end.
Like, Pink was a little bit off. Like you can see Tenebria so close to turret range, but not quite. And here you're seeing, that's pretty much standard for Hecarim trying to trade it out with Vigas. I guess he gets gold carded, but good for him. He does have the corrupting potion. Is able to keep the pace in terms of CS a little bit, and he's not looking too bad in this matchup. In this Blue versus Michael, I think it's going exactly as we predict a Malphite Akali matchup goes.
I mean, Akali, really strong early game, especially against melee matchups.
Yeah, gold card into the knockup from the snowball. That's gonna be a lot of damage pushing through, coming in from red, but Vegas finishes him off.
Something I didn't notice actually, red on Hecarim mid, not top, deciding to run Ignite and not Flash. So this is something you're basically digging a grave for yourself doing this.
Okay.
I can't sugarcoat that.
Yeah, I think. Do you need the kill pressure from the Ignite? You lose so much. You lose the possibility of flash devastating charge to like mini insect people with that Hecarim. For what? For the Ignite? That's very strange, but it is going to be Green coming in with a Lantern, but UST sees it coming. Will they get the death sentence onto Cresho? At least a play will come through. Lots of stone
Ooh.
displacement onto the Ash. Will finish off the kill in yellow with the moving the Earth there, getting a kill against UST's bot lane.
Well, good proactive play from USC right there. Some trading coming in top lane. They knew that the flashes of the bot lane of UST were down. So good play by USC Green to actually get a gank in for his bot lane, and it's pre-6. Oh, Hecarim running in though.
Red coming in. Michael is invisible to Red here, and that's going to give him a little bit of safety. Oh, that doesn't even get an ignite on the Akali, and that is going to be Vegas trying to finish off Blue, but this will not come through as UST. They avoid death here coming in from Red. Very unfortunate, and this gives Relevance the signal to go for the Mounted Drake.
Oh man, Hecarim, Red on Hecarim just got hard countered right there by Michael. I mean, just the shroud turning him invisible.
Can still go for the Rampage, but still, not having the devastating charge for the initial burst of damage means that Michael is in a very comfortable spot there. And it's just going to get harder for this Hecarim to make something happen. Level behind, he had to roam there, so Vegas got priority, and now he's getting pushed into his lane. I just don't see anything productive coming out of this mid lane so far, especially if he keeps getting poked out.
Well, he doesn't have his onslaught of shadows now. Spink decides to try and look for a hook here, but ooh, really good.
A lot of damage.
Yellow against Tenebria, but nothing much still.
That's going to be Paranoia coming through for Vegas. This is the game plan. Level 6 is when they start ganking. Vegas can't get the last damage. No! Ignite doesn't cut it.
Man,
that has got to feel bad there for Red, because they got the perfect setup. They get the fear, they get the both ultis onto Vegas, but that's two big long cooldowns not available for USC, and UST is now in the driver's seat knowing that those are down.
Yeah, it seems like USC is not letting up on the level of proactivity that they should be showing, yeah? Except that they're not getting the kills.
Snowball being built up here by the Nunu. Relevance is just going to throw that out to clear the wave. I don't think they want to dive that just yet. But still, I like the proactivity from USC, but it seems like they're not able to execute it to get kills in their favor so far, aside from that first kill onto yellow.
The thing is, for USC's comp, if ever they do decide to group up and Blue has his ult up on Malphite, then UST will be forced to respect it. So until that point, I think the ball is on the side of UST rather.
Yeah.
So before they can pull off that wombo combo, they just have to endure the onslaught that UST is bringing upon them. I mean, they have so many tools as well.
And with the teleports down for Blue and Red, that means UST can just comfortably go perhaps for this dive as well, even going for the desk just to be sure. And now they're wailing onto this bottom lane turret. I think this might actually... Okay, it's still pretty beefy and thick, but that's going to be platings on the side of UST. And UST, they're feeling the pressure at this point.
Yeah, and Green trying to see if he could actually take that Rift Herald in response, but just the sole presence of Michael on Akali stops them from making that play. So
can he get a kill on the Relevance? No, Sesame Shop not gonna come through, but there's gonna be a fight onto the red buff. Red could get his first kill. Kind of misses, but it's enough to get the kill. But now behind enemy lines, this is a chance for this horse to shine. Come through with his horsepower. Red gonna try and get some damage. Exhaust is gonna debilitate him. Seismic shove, very nice coming in from Koresho to avoid getting shoved back, and that's gonna be one kill there, actually, for USC. And with them in the driver's seat in the spot lane now. Dive on the top side as well. Michael gonna try and kite between green and blue. But that is gonna be blue-green taking the kill on the top side.
Blue-green, the combination of colors getting that kill, as we see. Relevance is rolling into the Malphite here.
Oh, he does have the absolute zero here to confirm the kill onto blue, but green might be able to get one in return. That is going to be USC back and forth with UST, but they are getting the kills that they need.
4-4 right now is the score 10 minutes into the game. And USC, although they are 1 kill behind, look at this, Pink.
Trouble here onto Vegas. He's going to get devastating charge back, and this cage, this box, is just ensuring
fancy
flash here. Fancy footwork indeed to get dodge that death sentence, and I think Red once again not able to get a kill, but able to force out the flash means that following attempts could fare better here for the Warriors.
Actually, yeah. Now I'm seeing a lot of
Snowball though.
opportunities, but Red. Okay, he's too fast.
Yeah.
Horse is faster than the Yeti right there. But Dragon is coming up.
Biology.
Yeah. four legs. 4 legs, Four legs more than 2. So
look at that. Oh, look at that poke coming in from Cresho and Tenebria. It's enough to push Pink away, and this is going to give UST the initiative on this bot side, potentially this Drake as well. Relevance is already in position. Teleport is up only for Red, but Destiny is still on cooldown for the next dozen seconds or so. It's looking pretty good here so far for UST. Let's see if USC can contest this. They do have their ultimates up, but this is way too fast. They are going to go for onto Vegas. Can they get the kill? Fear onto this TF. They are going to get intercepted, but the kill comes through. Relevances. He's going to try and take down Red here. Takes down that horse. And this is going to be a 2-for-1 exchange in favor. In favor there, UST.
yeah, I mean, Dragon did go into the pockets of UST right there. 1-for-1 trade doesn't really translate into anything big. Still 4-4 on the map, but looking at the comps again, something I didn't realize, both of these comps don't really have a lot in terms of DPS, as Yellow makes good harass there. Oh, it lands.
See the difference here, but okay, so the good thing there with Green was around the corner. He doesn't have an ultimate, but the presence of him might be enough to push UST off from this turret.
Oh, what?
Oh my gosh, that is clean coming from Tenebria, sneaking in a snipe onto Yellow there. And USC, they've got to be careful.
And that's war flashbacks for me from the UPD game a while ago. So I'll listen on that, Jace. But here we go. Red seeing if he can kind of jump onto Vegas, but no.
Yeah, it really needs a lot of help here from his jungler or any other roamer here from USC. And look at that. He tries to trade, and he got right here. Could mean difference between life and death. Okay.
He's trying.
He's really trying to at least take back priority.
Yeah, but the game is actually closer than I expected. 5 kills in the hands of USC. The thing is, UST's comp, save for Akali, they're pretty immobile, not gonna lie. So if USC is able to engage onto like 2 or 3 members of them and follow up with all the damage that they have in terms of burst, then I can see a fighting chance for them for sure.
Yeah, because they have a lot of... Ping is going to get stunned by the Crystal Arrow, and that is just his death. Tries to go for the end of block, but it's not going to do anything. And UST, they look poised to take this turret, the first turret of the game, if they push through with this.
Yeah, really good arrow from Cresho right there. And Vegas really trying to join the party. This is the second time we've seen him Destiny into a play, but doesn't really get much out of it. But he's trying along with Red. It's just that the setup looks better for UST right now. It's this ball rolling.
Okay, he's able to get out of dodge there from that snowball, but still, it's good that every time Vegas goes for the Destiny, this gives Red a little bit of breathing room to farm back up. He's still quite behind, that's like what, 5 waves behind, but going for the immediate ultis onto Vegas to go for the stopwatch there to try and buy him a little bit more time, but Red takes the kill. Relevance is too slow on the uptake, and USC now has the pressure on mid. How will USC respond? They're sending their bot lane, but this Rift Herald will be the next pickup for both of these teams.
All right, so no ult for Nocturne and Hecarim for this Herald take. I feel that UST will still try to contest this. Look at
They
this
could.
flank coming in from Michael.
Could go for the flank though. Michael coming in, but the rest of the squad is not quite there. Pink taking a lot of damage, enough for Michael to finish off the kill. And that's going to absolute zero to slow them down. Relevance is dealing some damage in the front.
Oh boy.
So clean up shop here. Double kill for Michael as well. And that is going to be not worth it for USC, as now UST, they lose the Herald, but they could get. Oh,
Ooh,
yeah, a lot
green.
of kills
Ooh,
there.
yellow.
In case as yellow falls to Crescio, they're gonna cut this wave as Vegas takes away some more turrets, but it is still quite healthy, and they're not gonna be able to take it down just yet, but they are able to get damage on it.
And the problem for USC there was they really didn't have a lot of resources anymore. They did have the Malphite ult from blue, but all the other damage, it's basically just yellow for follow up right away. So UST was able to run them over in their Herald. They did not manage to take it, I think, but they were able to take the lives of USC right there.
Yeah, so this Rift Herald is basically USC's chance here to get some map control back from USD. If they can potentially use it perhaps mid lane while UST is recalling, they could potentially go for something, but seems like they're just gonna summon. Yeah, they just summon it mid lane while they're trying to make moves around the jungle here, since Infernal Drake is gonna be the next big objective here. Dancing between the Drake and the mid lane to make sure that UST is forced to make a decision. So this is going to be USC on the initiative here. They could finish this quite fast. But this is a Nunu. Does not have the flash, but still, they have to play keep away with this Yeti and this little boy. Okay, they do take it away. And they do have their ultimates up if they want to pull the trigger, but they have to be careful. Which one are they going to? They are going for Crescio as well, but from downtown, from behind, here comes Relevances, but Green is able to take away Crescio. Relevance as well falls down. Michael now behind enemy lines. Who will they go for at this point? Their ultimates are out here, and Red still has his ultimate. Can they make something happen here? The fear is going to come through against the Akali. Can they finish off this Akali? No, they cannot. And Tenebria gets a clean snipe onto Green, taking away another kill away from USC. It seems like this is quite messy for the Warriors.
Yellow.
Yellow try to cleanse away that stun. And I don't think they're getting anything more than that. At least they get an Infernal Drake.
Wow. Okay. What? I was a bit surprised right there. I mean, USC were able to secure 2 early kills in that fight, but they just get poked down by Tenebria. One by one. No, Yellow actually survives, but UST was a bit too split, I would say. They decided to give up the dragon, but they were still thinking, can we get something out of this? And because they weren't like super decisive as they usually are, they got picked off. Nocturne, Green on Nocturne went on to Crescio, and Relevances just got picked off. So
I like the decisiveness from USC.
Yeah, definitely. I really see that they're putting forward their best foot, and it's they have 9 kills right now against UST.
And that's way better than I was expecting from this comp, specifically from USC. And this is really showing that they are able to pull out these decisions. Okay, UST is turning tail. Now's their chance to get them. But it's still the problem with their draft. They can get these explosive kills here, and they are going to get caught out here as Red once again.
I think he just couldn't move for like 5 whole seconds.
Arrow. That's gonna be death sentence. Could be big. Immediate kill onto Michael. Wow. Shutdown goes to Pink, and he's not gonna be able to get out of that as USC gets another kill in their belts in return for Red. But still, UST, they have that capability to pick off just the same that USC has.
Yeah, actually, Pink think to build Crucible first, and that's definitely gonna help his team to survive against the tools that UST has to engage on someone. Save for the outcome that Pink is the one who UST chooses to engage on. But tit for tat, USC still surviving right now. Third Drake will come up in probably 3 minutes or so, but fourth Drake rather. But things don't seem to be too one sided at all right now. I mean, there is a 6K gold
A
lead, but
gold lead.
it's
And
they're
that
still
is going to be
fighting.
especially relevant because Tenebria, he is going for lethality, so it's not really that hyper crit marksman. But USC, the problem with their comp I've seen so far is yes, they get the pick off, they're able to get the one or two good kills, but after that, they kind of lose steam real quick after the Unstoppable Force, after the Paranoia, after the Onslaught of Shadows. They have trouble sticking the damage. And they might that wombo combo might be overkill at some point. They might need to save one of those ultis to follow up on damage after the initial pickoff. Once these teams
And
up.
the problem with that is UST has four sources of
Uh
damage. As
oh,
yellow.
Yellow with a save there. Will they go for the
Okay.
snowball still? No. Okay, so yeah, good
Ooh,
call there, but USC deal big damage from the seismic shove there as well. Paranoia coming through immediately onto Vegas, but from behind, from downtown is Michael around the shroud, getting a kill onto Yellow. That's their primary DPS. USC now on the run as UST in pursuit with their snowball. Can they go for it? Seems like they're just gonna be satisfied with poking them down, hoping to get this turret as well. Drake is coming in a minute. USC, they need to be ready for this next one because Infernal Drake is huge here for UST.
And good save. It started with a really good save from Pink right there, but Michael just like showing his moves right there as this crystal arrow lands onto Pink.
Yeah,
Uh, damage. The point I was making earlier. No matter who USC decides to delete, there's still three more people filled with DPS on the side of UST. Not DPS per se, but more of
like
poke.
yeah, the amount of damage that they can still put out. Like Cresho
Yeah.
with lethality, very
Oh
cheap,
god.
very efficient damage stat for this build here. But they are gonna pull the trigger onto the
Ooh.
Varus here. Tenebria, huge shutdown goal to Yellow. I don't think they can possibly get the mid lane turret here, but Michael is guarding that. Could be too dangerous. They don't have enough vision on where USC might be to pull the trigger onto that objective. That's for now. They're gonna take that 1,000 gold. Yellow's gonna spend it. Well, it's gonna be important spending for that Celia and prep for the next fight. Could be the Drake. I sorry, could be the Baron.
Yeah, definitely. UST looks to set up vision right now on the top side of the map. And for sure USC gonna respond to this. But they really need to they have to find a pick in a way that they catch at least two people at the very least. They can't just delete one guy, I feel. I think that's what they have to do to at the very least stabilize themselves for this game.
Onslaught of Shadows and Unstoppable Force are technically AoE, so if they can catch off, like the dream is to catch both Tenebria and Cresho out. Uh, but that's gonna be quite difficult. If they can at least get Vigas plus one other guy, I think that's already really good there for USC. But it's still gonna be an uphill battle because of the way their comp is built. But that sentence is a good start. Immediately gets cleansed there.
Ooh, ooh, okay.
Ooh, okay. Very dangerous situation both of the teams are finding themselves in. I don't think UST can afford to start the Baron. They can only afford to dance around it because blue, green, and red have their ultimate suck, and they have to be wary of those. It's gonna be an Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Immediate Crucible coming in for yellow. They're really going all in on this, but that's gonna be red. Out Michael. Can they finish off the rest of the kills here? Relevance is tanking a lot of damage up front. Blue goes down. Pink and yellow on the run, and that's 2 kills more for UST. That's going to be the Paranoid to try and buy himself some more time, but he's going to get slowed down. He's going to get stunned as well. He does get the spell shield out. Can get the kill, but Vigas falls down, and Cresho and Tenebria, the duo here, the bot lane duo for UST, finishing it off for USC. For UST, rather.
Yeah, dirty team fight right there. A mix and match of damage. Well, that was almost really close to the ideal team fight that USC wanted. It's just that they weren't able to find that really small window for Unstoppable Force to come off. onto 2 or 3 members of UST as well as all the other ults.
Mhm.
So I mean, UST just basically because of that they were free to rain down the poke damage from Varus and from Ashe as well as the actually consistent source of CC coming in from Vegas on the TF. So in the end, gold lead, translating really well for UST, as well as really good use of their team comp.
Relevance was really soaking up a lot of damage there, preventing USC from going to their backline. So just because that absolute zero is so valuable, especially when USC, the way they gap close to is just, by after the user ulti, it's just by running towards you. And absolute zero shuts that down. If it can save Cresho and Tenebria even a little bit of time, but it's gonna be red though. He's gonna stun up. Onslaught of Shadows might be able to save him. Devastating charge, but Michael says, teleports behind you, nothing personnel, kid, and takes him out. And that's gonna be UST with red down. Could this be the signal for the Baron? This is going to be pulling the trigger onto Michael, fearing him as well. Crasho is going to get taken down. Blue sacrifices his life, or rather, red sacrifices his life there. And it's going to be Pink trying to resist the onslaught from Relevances and Tenebria, but that's going to be a triple kill coming in for this Varus. They're going to go straight through. Death Sentence is on point. The Quadra still goes to Tenebria, and this is UST looking to tear down these inhibitors.
Man, USC, I have to give it to you. Really, kudos to you guys for trying to really find that pristine engage. But UST just really so good at surviving and Relevances, like you said, Hiram. He does his job so well. Really being that single body in front of the UST squishies, soaking up so much damage so that UST's backline can continue to dish out their own.
Yeah, and it's as you said, this even if they take out one or two, they're still dealing with two other damage dealers. And after they unload their initial volley of ultimates from USC, it's very difficult for them to stick onto their targets. So not looking good for USC here, and this is gonna be the Infernal. Could be the Soul if USC gives this up. This is gonna be difficult, because Relevances is behind by one level, but he has the Consume, so it's still pretty much in UST's favor at this point. In terms of this taking the Drake. Look at that poke coming onto red.
Yeah, no sustain on the side of USC too. Oh, Michael
going
yellow.
straight yellow, out of position, dodges the seismic shove, and those 5-point strikes will indeed find their target as USC pulls the trigger on the Drake. Michael, now that there's no other target remaining, just goes for the harassment onto USC, prevent them from influence. Shattered Crystal Arrow hits its mark onto green, immediately gets taken down as well, and Michael and Vegas dealing the damage into this front line as well. Tenebria and Cresho, they're cleaning it up with their arrows. Just a hail of arrows right now, and UST, they are leaving USC in the dark. The sky is completely filled with arrows knocked from these bows, and UST, they're looking to finish off this game real quick. 2 inhibitors gonna go down here. Nexus turrets feeling the pain. UST applying a lot of pressure, and USC is choking under it.
Man, USC is really having a hard time fighting these engages. Really, I mean, Michael is doing Michael is doing an exceptional job at flanking. Given that he used to main jungle and has transitioned to the top lane, I really have to give it to him. I mean, he's playing his role really well on this Akali. It's not just the buff, definitely. It's the player and the champion, and he's facilitating, along with Relevances, this UST comp to really shine, basically. So,
this is a comp that excels in taking it. Like, if UST only had 1 or 2 damage dealers, I feel like this comp would perform much better. But UST, they see it coming, they spread out their damage, and they do so with 4 members here. And UST, they're knocking on USC's doors here. The Warriors, will this be their last stand here? They cannot afford to lose this game. 0-2. UST looking strong. Relevance is caught out, but that's the tankiest member of the team. Teletigers bearing their fangs here. looking to pounce at USC. Michael pulls the trigger as well, dealing a lot of damage onto Yellow, kills him. Golden under turret as well, means that he is quite safe still, and UST still looking for blood, looking for their prey, and that is going to be a lot of damage. UST showing themselves to be the apex predators, coming into the Alliance League with a clean showing against USC, throwing their bodies at the fountain. It doesn't matter. UST is even going to be dropping these wards just to flex on USC as they let their minions handle the Nexus. With UST, the Tigers, the Tiger has awoken, and USC is the unfortunate prey they have for today.
Wow. UST. Uh, I when I initially saw that on Ash Varus and their final team comp, I was like, but then my doubts just got
Mhm.
they
Like
got
just from
erased
level one,
completely.
looking at how Kresha was aggressively poking, straight from level one, already cleared my doubts about the comp. As for Warriors, the comp had a lot of potential. Like if it was any other comp from Teletigers, if their damage was only if their eggs were only in one basket, I think Warriors could have had very good chance. Since they were playing the comp right, they were initiating properly. They were rough early game, but they were able to get ults on the prime targets. But the thing is, you have four prime targets,
Right.
so it's very
And actually,
difficult to make that comp work.
yeah, UST really excels well in running comps with multiple sources of damage because all of their players are really strong individually, so they're capable of doing something like that. That's just the hard and fast truth to it. And this game, this technically second game, but the actual first game in Alliance League is not only a statement against USC, but also to the rest of the teams, I would say, in Alliance League. Showing everyone what they're capable of. They are still the veteran team. They are still arguably the number one contender to win it all. And yeah, it's really convincing.
Warriors, they still have a lot of room to grow. Maybe spread out their, or maybe widen and deepen their champion pools, and really just polish the way they execute these comps. And of course, this comp could have worked, but it could have worked in a completely different situation. So that awareness, that situational awareness as well, is very important. But they show a lot of promise despite going 0-3. So that has been our second game for the stream. I am Hyron. With me was for Zerk. We'll be seeing you with MGS Mages from Maputo University versus DLSU Viridis Arcus for our next game after a very short break. Stay tuned.